them out. But I'm one away from that Michael route. Step on my brothers, we hike them down. I'ma step on my brothers, the hype inside. I done married them, but I can't wipe and I'm wiping. I fell back in love with the process now. Should've started with that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. With Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Luke to get us started. And off we go in Western New York. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he takes this all the way back for 6. The opening kickoff of the afternoon turns into a touchdown. Greg, a dream start to this one. The opening kickoff taken back all the way for the first points of the game.
And each one of these teams, Mike, they've spent the entire week discussing how can we get off to a fast start. But you don't get out to much of a faster start than returning the opening kickoff of the game. It's a dream start, as you said. And, man, you just don't draw it up much better than that.
This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well as they get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home. Second down. Jackson. Forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, Jackson. He keeps it himself, and he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll try and run for this with Henry, and he will have the Ravens first down by a couple of yards. They get 4 on that 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jackson moving to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big play there for Baltimore. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Jackson looking to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete to defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Now Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass. That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one.
Here's the give to Henry running right. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 4th down coming up. Back to throw, Jackson. He's got his tight end, that's Andrews. And he will score! Mark Andrews, touchdown Baltimore.
So by nature, Mike, you know I am a guy that is generally aggressive on 4th down, but I'm not sure if I was the coach that I would even be this aggressive. I mean, it was 4th and long, but hey, listen, they have confidence in their offense. They have confidence in their group, and hey, who are we to second guess them?
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson. That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. To return, Here's Ray Davis. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Bills take over first and 10 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
Play action now, and here's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for the Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. Taking off, and he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
On the ground, this is James Cook. And the left first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground,
that is hard. What a job to keep the play alive. Brandon Cooks, touchdown, Bills. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Now an opening past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this.
I'm gonna go.
Another run here with Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down, Jackson on the run to the right. He'll try to run for it. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming in.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. That's into the hands of the fullback. He's going to have a Ravens first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Throwing Jackson. Escaping to his left. Off he goes. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. Now it's 2nd and 1.
Brings up second and 1.
On the ground, here's Mitchell. And look out there. Up into that line of scrimmage. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Bill look to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Johnson now to return. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he will dive into the end zone. 90 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back to the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Jackson now moving to his right. Now he'll run it. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. To throw is Jackson. Back to the tight end, Kohler. Now he's loose again. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. A give to Mitchell. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
At their own 40-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Now, Jackson exiting the pocket right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Mitchell. Big opening up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The kick is good. Ravens 28, Bills 20.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now, Ray Davis going to bring this one out. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
fake. Here's Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it'll bring up second down. From the gun, here is Allen. Now he'll air one out, and that is incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. Wester on the return. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
At their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. Jackson now on second down. Headed left, buying time. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get him up on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs. Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Going to go right back to Henry. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20.
That's 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake. That ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. Moving outside the pocket, he runs with it. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And the Ravens will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That's going to be incomplete. Upper's very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Rolling right. Again, working deep downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. It's a gain of 34. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4.
Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Play action now. Jackson. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
2 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henry tries to pull his way in. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run. I think they have to mix in a few high completion.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 42, Bills 20.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Johnson now to return. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
First down 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. They'll come out now for 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Allen to throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And his momentum completely stops there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Allen. Flushed to his left. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing again is Allen. He's going to run it. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. From the gun, Josh Allen. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
This one caught at the 4. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
Bills 26.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one. Now, whistles and timeout. Go figure. Not sure the point of this. They're going to stop it. 4 seconds left in the game.
A 71-yard attempt.
And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
A dream, I had a vision, I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burnt bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming.